All right, guys, so big thing we talk about all the time is coaches need coaches. So today we're doing something a little different, really peeling back the curtain. We're out of the office, bringing you here, Jabs Gym, Birmingham, Michigan, best boxing gym in the country, if I do say so, right?
I mean, that's what they say.
That's what they say. With my coach here, Fortune 500, because he makes you do 500 reps of everything.
500,
That's it.
Actually, Fortune 500 because we take care of business.
That's right. But here, guys, we're showing you boxing's been so pivotal to me as an entrepreneur with mitigating stress. When I signed up for boxing, I had no idea how parallel it really is to like business, right? Things we talk about here, I'm always like, man, we should have recorded that. Or man, like if other entrepreneurs knew about that, this is what we're doing. We're bringing you inside the workout today again, trying to peel back the curtain, showing you guys some of the things that I do that helps create the success in business. You know, we go to the apartments, we go to the buildings, we do the masterminds and all that, but it's Monday morning right now. It's these daily disciplines that lead to that. So excited to peel back the curtain, just bring you guys along with it, show some boxing, but also talk some business.
Yeah, show them how we have fun with it.
That's it.
Like I said, people don't know this stuff is mental, physical, and spiritual. So you can't do nothing if you ain't in attack with yourself.
It's 100% more mental than physical.
Right. All right, champ, so I'm gonna start off. I reset the bell for you.
Yep. My first start, I couldn't even jump rope. Like, you gotta jump rope. I'm like, oh, okay, that's easy. No.
Well, you know, what a lot of people don't know is like a lot of things you have to speak into existence. If you look at the diaphragm of your throat is actually shaped like a vagina. So let's say you give life, you speak things into existence. So not only thinking about what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do it, actually speaking it into existence. That's why a lot of people think about it. Some people write it down, and then at some point, you gotta speak life into it. Tony been speaking life into things for quite a while now. That's one of the big parts that helps him get to where he at. Let's get it. Let's pump it out, yep. Let's push it, yep. See, every now and then we like to throw things in there. We gotta throw curveballs in. So he'll be doing one thing for a second, and all of a sudden, boom, here comes a challenge.
This workout, you know, when you sign up for like boxing, like, oh, it's like all upper body. It's core and it's mental. Though along the workout, you have to like stay more focused in with it.
Yep.
But it's like business, so parallel. That's like Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now.
Yep.
Starting to see that more and more CEOs are doing like combat sports.
Yep, combat training, because you have to stay focused. You have to stay focused, and it teaches you more about yourself than any other type of workout.
That's how it all started. I was like going to the gym and just doing the basic workout. You don't push yourself.
Yep.
And then it's like, if you're just doing what's easy with that, you're gonna do what's easy in business. You know, I think every business owner, especially coaches, consultants, need coaches.
Yep.
I mean, you work with a lot of business owners.
Oh yeah, totally. A lot of different people use this as their outlet and how to balance the two.
Yeah.
See, we have a saying at Jabs, we say we like to train, we make life champions before we make ring champions, because you're gonna have more fights inside of your life than you ever could have in a ring. 30 seconds, yep, pump it. Time, good.
I think something too, it's like we've talked about, like if you can control yourself here, especially if someone's like punching back to you. Like guys, I'll be honest, I don't like getting punched. I'm not pretending to be like Rocky Balboa. But like when we do what's uncomfortable, that's how we get better. But if you can control that, because like you said, who loses in there? The person who freaks out.
Yep.
You can control that. You can do that in a negotiation. I found myself being much less reactive in negotiations, much less stressed out. Like if someone irritates me in my day, I'm not as like, I have to react to it. Because like you said, it's if you control yourself, you can beat the other person.
So just like in boxing, in a boxing ring, usually if you can control that environment, the odds of you winning are twice as high. No matter what the adversity is, in boxing we say, if they want to fight, you box them. If they want to box, you fight them. You do what you want to do. Your goal is to make the other person do what you want them to do. So
it's just like business,
in a deal, it's the same thing. You're trying to get to a certain point where this is what you want out of the deal. How do I get to it? You're not gonna get it by being passive aggressive and being upset and yelling at a person. So you gotta be able to maintain that and think your way through it to where you can sweeten the deal to where you're getting everything that you want out of it.
That's how I used to be. I used to get so emotional. Someone like irks me, I have to irk them back. Or if someone's like aggressive to me. What you learn in here, it's like you have to control yourself and you control yourself.
All the time, yep.
You can control them. I mean, this is chess. You think 3 moves ahead, which is just like business, right?
Yep. Well, the average person thinking 3, we're trying to think 5 and 6 steps ahead.
Right.
And even if you don't get something your way, in boxing, like if I get hit, in the back of my mind, I'm gonna get it back.
Right.
The goal is I'm gonna get you back. It doesn't mean just because they hit, you hit back right away.
Right.
Because a lot of times that's how you get caught up.
Right.
You get set up in a trap. Boxing has traps.
Right.
We set traps in the ring for people.
And like you said too, the punch that hurts the most is the one you don't see.
see.
Again, like business, the shit that is gonna throw you off is the obstacle you never saw coming.
You never see it coming. Everything has challenges.
Yep.
Adversity makes you stronger.
Right.
For those business people, I challenge y'all. That jump rope is one of the most least expensive things you can buy, but you can take it with you when you travel. And for a boxer, on a boxing round is 3 minutes. Try to grab a jump rope and jump for 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes. Give yourself a 60-second rest and just see if you can do it 3 times and see if that warm-up is more intense than you jumping on the treadmill, you know, running on the elliptical. See how you feel when you do it and let Tony know.
That's a 30-second bell here. That's not 60.
We do 30 seconds here. The average person do 60, but I'm not average. All right, champ, so we're gonna go through it. We're gonna shadow box next. So what shadow boxing is we're gonna go through actual functional training of the body. It makes sure you work throwing your shots proper, and it helps him get in tune with the entire body. People think boxing is just cardio, but if you do it the right way, it's a full body workout. All right, champ, so remember, we standing to the side. We always stand like we're looking over our shoulder. Right hand is up, left hand is here. We always wanna be to the side. You don't wanna be squared up. Most fighters fight squared up. They open themselves up. What we wanna do is we wanna turn to the side to make you have to try to commit to us to hit. So see how Tony is turned here? If I wanna hit Tony, I gotta get inside and close. But if he was squared up, I could just take him all day. Your position is everything. So even in a deal, your position is everything. Foot slightly turned, small bend to the knees, 60% is on his back foot, 40% on the front. So in boxing, we're working on the footwork first. So all we wanna do is we're gonna push off the ball of the back foot, step onto the toe of the front and bring it back. You give it to him, you take it away. Give it to him, take it away. In and out, in, out, in, out. We always keep our eyes at the opponent. Now, every time my right foot hits the ground, I'm gonna extend my right hand straight out to the top of the forehead in the mirror because my target is usually the top of the head. If I hit him in the top of the head, I'm gonna be setting up multiple shots afterwards. I don't punch just to punch him in the face. So everything has a reason. Yep. Now, as we get it, we start loosening up. Snap it. Yep. Bring it right back up. Now what Tony is using is our defense, what we call it, getting behind the jab, meaning that he gets behind us as he's jabbing. So you go here, so you don't get hit with something else. Now here, a lot of people say you expose for a hook, but it's nothing to make a transition over. His hand protects him from multiple shots. Here, he still has a small opening that you can work your way through. Yep, speed is power, boom, yep, shoot. Good, so notice how he's using his whole core. Shoot.
When you do it right, this is like one of the hardest parts because you really have to concentrate.
Like everything else, the better the form, the better the workout.
Everyone just wants to go like bags, mids.
Yeah, everybody do the mid game. You see
This
people.
This is truly the hardest part.
Yeah, you see the trainers.
Yeah.
We engage in everything. We turn, pop, lock it up on the end, loosen it, tighten it. So for these shots that Tony is doing, these are shots that you're committed on because we're standing, we're grounded. We're planted and we're shifting the body weight. That's what Tony had to do with them 56 units. He had to make a commitment. He had to sit there, he had to stand in there.
6 long months.
Shoot, boom. I put my whole body in it. I swing this shot just like we swing in a kettlebell, in and out, in and out.
Yeah, I've told clients like, you gotta do something that like really challenges you. And it's like whatever you're more afraid of. Like I said, I don't wanna get punched in the face. That's like one of my big things. I don't like to do that. But I've got clients who are like, I'm so afraid of public speaking, so it's like, go join a Toastmasters. It all translates. It's like you mentioned like the 56 apartment, but it's like doing these things are what leads to that outcome. It's like, what's the daily disciplines behind the outcome? It's like doing what you don't feel like doing, like I said, and being able to call yourself out. Part of it was like my business coach, he would do like 6-week challenges. He'd go do like jujitsu or like crazy hikes or whatever. Don't lie to yourself. If you're an entrepreneur, you're just going to the gym. Like me, I wasn't even sweating. It wasn't a hard workout. I was dicking around around on my phone. You got to be honest with yourself. That's not pushing you to get better. So you got to sign up for something that's going to really challenge you. It doesn't have to be boxing. The parallels of like combat sports is crazy with business. I just can't get choked out. Like jujitsu, I can't. This is enough, you know? You got to know.
Everything isn't for everybody, but you owe it to yourself to keep growing.
Right.
If you stagnated, then you're not helping yourself in any situation.
Right. What were like maybe one of the top things you learned? Because you did how many pro fights?
24.
24. Yeah. Like preparation or just like being able to control yourself in that environment, parallel to like a business, right?
It's exactly like business.
Yeah.
I mean, there's preparation, which in business you got to make sure you're prepping. There's even a marketing side of it.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be able to be marketable. You have to promote yourself. You have to be likable. You have to take the steps and do the routine. Everything it's a routine you have to make yourself do.
Right.
Even when you don't want to.
Right.
You know?
That's the big thing. Even when you don't want to. Right.
When you don't want to do it, you should do it twice as hard.
Right.
And sometimes those are your best days.
Right. That's where people trip up in business. Like, well, I'll post when I want to. I'll do a sales call when I feel good. You can't just wait to that perfect timing, you know?
And even just with that, just the energy.
Yeah.
The energy that you put into it, you're gonna get back.
Totally.
You know? I tell people, everything that you do, just like fitness, look, all of this stuff is like a bank.
Yeah.
You can only take out what you deposit.
Yeah, true.
That's it. So if you don't put nothing in it, you ain't gonna get nothing out of it.
That's the stuff you always say. I'm like, oh, we should have recorded that. Now we are.
So we wanna stay relaxed, okay? Hands are up, all right? Concentrate, we're concentrating on the jab first. Remember, push off the back, step with the front. Let me see you jab. Yep, remember, always turn it over. We rotate that shot over like a drill. Jab. Jab. Now, if I'm a moving target, he's gonna move with me. So let's move in to close distance. Jab. Yep, jab. Jab. Good. Now, if I attack on him, he's gonna do a back jab. So the back jab is going to still control me. So I can't just run in. See? It doesn't have to be hard. If I'm just running in crazy, I'm gonna hit myself anyway. Slip two. Double jab. Hop. Jab down. 1, 2. Double jab cross. Slide back, shoot that cross, go under, up. And you never want to be a standing target. We always moving. Only time we sit there is when we want to fight, not when they want us to fight. So leg work is everything too. So see if he's moving, he's got his hand keeping me out at bay. So that hand is important with anything, any transaction in life. The jab keeps shit away from you. Go under and slide, up. Use those legs, walk, stop, shoot your cross, up, under two, across, double it, double it. Keep walking.
The more tired you get, the less you can think about it.
Oh, you can't. You got to react.
You have to rely on it, right?
That's all, and that's why you have to do it so much where it's second nature. Every day don't be a thought, you know? Hands up, jab down, jab up, jab and hook. Yep, jab hook, slip, uppercut, hook. Good, set it up, jab hook. Now here it comes, boom, yep. Time the bag when it comes in. Slide to him, close your distance first. Remember, you gotta control him because you're gonna stop him. Freeze him right where you wanna be, freeze him, then shoot him. There you go, now punch. Yep, no shade, but this ain't MMA, baby. You can't tap out, let's go. Either you gonna fall out or the bag gonna fall out. Somebody got to go. That's what everything we doing. Like I said, you gotta believe it. If you can't build it up, if you don't have the confidence for it.
He was saying something to me the other day of like, if a fighter starts to really believe he can do it, he starts to believe, you said like, you start to believe you're like really good and like, you almost start to elevate to the next level. It's the same thing in business. People ask like, how'd you get good on video? I like kind of faked it. I learned why I did a live news segment at Fox News. The anchor right before, she almost like flipped the switch. She was like, hey, how are you? And then she's like snapped into like character. It's like almost the same thing like before a fight or before you're gonna do content or a sales call. You have to like snap into that mode of belief. You know?
But it's just like we're saying, anything that you do, when you do it, and originally you're not comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it wasn't that you weren't capable of jumping rope.
Right.
You wasn't confident with it.
Right.
But as you started doing it, and then you start getting into it, and you're like, you know what? I kind of got this.
Right.
Then the level changes.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know, in boxing, you could take a guy they would consider a bum. If that one guy gets, say, 6 knockouts in a row, guess what? Mentally, he believes that he's a bad mother.
Right.
He done knocked out 6 people.
Yeah.
So you could be a top level dude and get in there, but this dude fight is going to be harder than it would have been hard than when he didn't believe in himself.
Yeah.
So like you said, literally the Rocky story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rocky was considered a bum,
Yeah.
you know?
Or like Buster Douglas and
Look,
is that how that happened?
It's on and on.
Like Aaron Thomas always like Buster Douglas, but that he just believed
but
it.
one of the people, he was one of the people who believed it. He was like, you know what? I believe in me.
Yeah.
If nobody else. A lot of these upsets, that's what it comes from.
Yeah.
Because in the industry, somebody will title you as this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like me. In my life, I tell people all the time, like, I'm a champion regardless. It didn't take for me to get a belt. I understood what the purpose of being a champion is. You know what I'm saying? So same thing for you. It's like somebody coming to you and trying to critique and say, well, you're not successful. You don't know what I come from. You don't know my story. I know I'm successful.
Right. Like you listening, like same thing for you, you know?
So yeah, so you know, and this is what we go through in life. It's not about other people's expectations, it's what you believe about you.
Yeah. But see, guys, you start Monday morning off like this, everything gets a little easier. So you got to get something like this in your life. Just don't, I got him at 7.
I make Monday leg day.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I hate it. 9, give me one more and then hold it halfway. Hold it, halfway, a little bit lower, right there, 10, 9.
Well, guys, thank you just for coming and being part of our day again, just trying to pull back the current a little bit and show you just some of the things that we do behind the business, the sales calls. It's not all just, oh, we bought a new deal. Oh, this is success. It's like showing up here is what leads to the success. And like you said, whether you don't feel like it or not, and that's why I try to come on Mondays. Because I don't want to do on Mondays either. I used to like just be like, I'll sleep in on Mondays. I had more anxiousness, more anxiety, more stress. Action cures anxiety. Get involved in something that makes you uncomfortable. Boxing, public speaking. You hate sales, do sales first thing in the morning. Do it first thing in the morning so it sets you up for the rest of the day.
Yep, like you said, videos. I mean, so many people nervous about certain things, but the way to get over fears is to take a step forward. It's almost like in a boxing situation, you know, sometimes you can step into the punch. You step into it. When you step forward and you can actually see it coming. When you step away from it, you're timid. You don't know when it's happening. You keep trying to step back. Sometimes you got to run to the fire. I applaud you for doing it and
well, thank you for letting us come in to your gym today. Thank you, guys. Yep. So, guys, if you enjoyed, comment below. Hey, what are you going to do that makes you uncomfortable? We committed to do things. What are you going to do? That's part of like the call to action today. Commit to something that makes you uncomfortable, leave in the comment section below.
My IG is Fortune, Fortune, number 5, HUN, or you can follow us at Jabs Gym Birmingham _Beham, Jabs Gym _Ferndale, Jabs Gym 313. So pretty much anything Jabs Gym, you'll see us. You'll see how we impact in the communities.